What's up, everybody? It's Other Jesus. I'm sure you all are surprised that I'm doing another Destiny video. Well, I'm surprised too, but what can I say? I'm back on Destiny and I've been enjoying myself. As I mentioned in my last video, my buddy got hired on at Bungie and hooked me up with a free code for the DLC, for the expansion. And I started playing it and it was cool, but then after about a week I stopped because I was bored. But then I'm not really sure what happened. Or, well, I do actually. It had something to do, I think, with Bungie Day, which is 7/7 every year, and the ridiculous reward that you get if you complete every Triumph in Destiny Year 1. Now, the reward, it's pretty basic. It's one of those avatar nameplates that appears on your name when you're in the game. So if you complete all the major game objectives by September, you get a nameplate. Funny thing is, I have no interest in the nameplate. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's a cool nameplate, but the one that I use now is already way more exclusive. It's the 10-year Bungie.net Mythic banner, the one that you had to have been a member of Bungie.net since 2004 or before. So, and I love that banner. It looks awesome. But it did ignite a little spark in me, okay? So I logged onto Bungie.net on my computer and checked my Destiny Triumphs. Mind you, besides dabbling in the DLC for a week upon receiving the code a month ago from my buddy, I had not played Destiny once since October, so it had been almost like 8 months since I played Destiny. However, I was pretty close, seriously close, to fulfilling all the quests / missions for the Triumph completion. So I just could not stand it, right? So I got back on Destiny right away. I had to get back on, and I started playing again. And therein lies the genius of Bungie and Destiny. The shooting mechanics in this game are so good. The game is scientifically designed to trigger the parts of the brain that get addicted to, like when people that gamble, you just get addicted to it, running these strikes over and over and getting the loot. And once you get hooked, it's hard to stop. Even if it is at the root, kind of a poorly, or I shouldn't say kind of, it is a poorly written, shallow game, albeit it's got great potential, okay? And that's the point of this video. Not just to talk about the patch, the weapon patch, but, we're going to discuss what's next for Destiny by focusing on the patch, right? Before the release of the overpriced $40 DLC. Now, my disclaimer is that I will be critical, but I will be honest. But what I won't be is a hater. I'm not going to be a Destiny hater anymore, because I feel like I was being a hater. And I'm saying that because some of my public criticism of Destiny and Bungie on the Bungie forums has been sharp and spiteful, and frankly, I've just come across as an ass. Now, the root of it was, it's always stemming from just the passion that I feel for the game and Bungie, and I'm a long-time Day One Halo fan, right? There was also like an underlying contempt for what, to an outsider, looks like a company that was trying to screw over their fan base in a way. And I know that's really not the case, right? I don't know how much of, any of what we know happened with Destiny is truth or just speculation, but I do know that I want to change my attitude towards Destiny. I know there are, I'm sure everyone there is great. I know there's a lot of great people there at Bungie that work hard to make an amazing, unforgettable game. And that's not an easy task, it's a huge responsibility. They're a huge company now. And I want to offer my feedback, but I don't want to be a straight up prick about it. So, Bungie, I say this sincerely. I apologize for being rude. Your games have changed my life and brought me joy, good times and bad times. I've met some amazing people along the way that I'm still friends with to the day, that I still game with all the time, even on Destiny. So I salute you guys going into the future, and you have my support. So enjoy this gameplay. It's from the first few games of Crucible that I had played in a while, and let's talk about this weapon patch. I won't go into full details about the weapon patch because they are in depth. So what can one say about this weapon patch? If you are a Destiny fan and you haven't read the full patch notes, well, I suggest you head over to Bungie.net and read last week's update, and there's a link in there when you get the little message from Sage. Overall, the patch looks good on paper, but like any tweak to weapons, you're going to have to wait till you get your hands on the game. Play it and then give feedback. But on paper, I think it actually looks pretty good. I think it looks like they are addressing the weapon imbalance overall. For example, the shotguns and some hand cannons are able to act as sniper rifles, and right now, and pretty much every tryhard in the game rolls Thorn, Shotgun, Blink, Thorn, Shotgun, Blink, Shotgun, Blink, Shotgun, Blink, in one form or another. Maybe it's Blink, Shotgun, and it gets super freaking annoying. Okay, anyway, I don't want to get off base here, but it just gets super annoying, and it breaks the game. And a few months back when I wasn't playing, Bungie nerfed the auto rifles to the point that nobody, and I mean nobody in the know, uses them in the Crucible anymore unless they're just being stupid. For fun, maybe. So Bungie is really trying to balance out the entire sandbox to make sure that every weapon class truly has its place. And I totally get behind that. Like I said, the 2.0 patch, it looks good on paper. But there were a few standout surprises in the 2.0 weapon update. Probably the biggest one that has the forums in a fit of rage is the nerf to the Gjallarhorn. Now, I don't know how I feel about them nerfing the most sought-after launcher in the game. I mean, why do this, really? Destiny Year 2 is about to start, and you know we're going to be getting newer, more powerful weapons. So why nerf a cult classic? I just don't get it. You know, but we're still kind of unclear stat-wise, number-wise, as to just how much of a nerf it's going to end up being. You know, so you're not really going to know until you play with it in the game. But you know, I think it's just going to cause people to be more elitist about the Gjallarhorn for the time being, and make people want to have more Gjallarhorns around, because now you need more Gjallarhorn to take some of these sponge bobs down. So the jury is out on that one, but still, I think it was unnecessary. We get tired of running the same strikes over and over just to get a few blue engrams, and you know, just let us use a damn launcher and get through the day, okay? I mean, that's how I feel. The other standout, of course, is the Thorn. Now, with this nerf, I don't think they went far enough, personally. I freaking am so tired of this gun, and I haven't even really been playing Crucible that much. But this weapon is just ridiculous, stupid in PvP. Not only does it have sniper-like range, but it does damage over time with the potential to easily two-shot you. And on top of that, it distorts your vision, which I find the most annoying part about it all, really. It's just stupid. I challenge anyone to play a game of Crucible and not run into the Thorn time after time. Frankly, I think it's a bit ridiculous that they have waited this long to patch the gun. I know they have stats on it. They know that we know they have stats on its usage. I mean, so why wait till 2.0? I don't know. That just seems weird to me. That doesn't seem right. So they're going to reduce the range a little bit. Okay, fine. And they're going to reduce the damage over time, but get this, they're going to stack the damage over time for multiple Thorns? I mean, did I read that correctly? So correct me if I'm wrong. Leave a comment if I'm misunderstanding that. All that is going to do is encourage people to run Thorns for the entire team. I mean, something that's pretty much already happening at the highest levels of play. So what exactly does that patch do to the Thorn? It doesn't seem like anything, really, overall. Of course, there's the reduced range. I'm gonna have to give Bungie a fail on this one. Again, I haven't played it. You know, we haven't played it yet, but I don't see why they went this route. I mean, it still seems like at the end of the day, the Thorn is still gonna be the troll gun of PvP. Now, the reason why I don't see why they went this route is because didn't they make Destiny have a large variety of guns so that one gun wouldn't gravitate to the top? I mean, didn't they want to get away from the pistol or the BR, the one gun to rule them all? I understand that some of the beauty of Destiny is the imbalance, but there shouldn't be a primary weapon. There shouldn't be a primary weapon that has the potential to nearly one-shot you from across the map. I mean, this makes all the other weapons just kind of borderline useless and undesirable. The other two nerfs that caught a lot of players' attention was the Black Hammer and the Icebreaker. They are both snipers. The Black Hammer has the ability to give you infinite ammo if you get critical hits, and you never have to reload. So if you get crits on a boss, for example, you just keep getting ammo and ammo. I mean, this patch, yeah, it's kind of a bummer, I guess, but it seems fine to me. I mean, it seems to me that was kind of a glitch to begin with. That really wasn't intentional. I mean, the icebreaker already reloads itself over time, so I don't know why they would have a sniper that you don't have to reload, that just gives you infinite bullets. That it doesn't seem right. So I think that is a fine nerf. I think that's a fair thing to fix. I think it probably was a glitch or unintentional to begin with. The icebreaker has the ability to regenerate ammo. It's one of my favorite snipers for exactly that reason. It does massive damage, it hits hard, but it also has massive recoil, in my opinion, to balance it out. So you can't really, if you miss that first shot of the sniper, you really have to correct and aim again. Anyway, all they are doing with that is increasing the ammo regeneration from 5 seconds per bullet to 8 seconds per bullet. That's pretty minor if you ask me, but those 3 extra seconds can feel like a lifetime in battle. But half of those boss fights we are cheesing anyway, so hell, I mean, what's 3 extra seconds, right? I guess it just makes some of the boss fights seem longer, giving the impression that they're harder. And maybe that's why they're nerfing the Gjallarhorn. They want the boss fight to be more challenging, right? That's fine the first time or two, but after a while we mastered the mechanics, we know the boss, and they just become bullet sponges, and these exotic weapons are the Guardian saving grace. We just want to use these weapons and have some fun, right? So I think, in the long run, they need to kind of find different balances between PvP and PvE. I think that there's 2 separate sandboxes, and they need to figure out something. I'm not a game designer, but they need to figure out a way to balance them differently from PvE and PvE. So I think that is really something that they need to focus on in the long run. Well, okay, I've been rambling on about this long enough. As I said, that's not the full patch notes. Those are just a couple things that stand out that have been, really hot, heated, debated topics. But I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments below. So if you made it this far in the video, guys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, or hit the like button, or just leave a comment. Let me know what you're thinking. Until the next time, Guardians, this is Other Jesus. I'm out, and sleep well.